What's up, everybody? Today we're going to sit down and look at the patch notes just released by Meta City for patch 1.3 coming out tomorrow. If you are on the East Coast, it's going to be pretty early in the morning, but they just released these earlier today. So let's take a look. Let's dive in and see what changes they've got coming to the game. Greetings, champions. Happy New Year. Let's see. Quick overview. We're going to go through the whole thing. So it doesn't matter. We got more new hero coming to the game tomorrow. People are excited about it. We don't know the abilities yet, but I think we will now. So let's scroll down and take a look. Base stats. Okay, I mean, we're not going to go super thoroughly through all of these, but it's pretty good base health to start out the game. It's a little higher than average, so that's exciting. Okay, so let's see. Extract, his passive. Mourn's next basic attack gains additional range, dealing 25 plus 5 per level. Scales on magical power, additional damage to all enemies in front of him, so it's a cleave, and converting all of the damage dealt to magical damage, so it's good. Damaging an enemy target heals Mourn, so he heals them as well. 4, 6, 8, 10% of his maximum health, so that's good. Let's take a look at this. 9-second cooldown on this. So that first look there was the passive auto. Okay, you can see the vines kind of whip out in front of him. So that's a good healing opportunity for him, giving some longevity in fights. Clobber, the basic attack here. Melee basic attack deals 60 plus 90 bonus physical power. That's really good. Maybe you could even see some people go crazy with some crit more in the offlane over there with 90% bonus physical power is pretty good for sealing. Do we have... I might need to turn up. Can you guys hear? Contagion is primary ability. Mourn vomits magical bugs that attach to nearby allied and enemy heroes. Okay, Mourn and allied heroes hit restore 8 to 28 plus 12% magical power health every second for 3 seconds, so it's at overtime. Gaining 5 plus 10 physical armor and magical armor for the same duration. Enemies are going to take magical damage for every second for 3 seconds, so theirs is overtime as well, and have their physical and magical armor reduced by 5. And their bonus armor and bonus magical reduced by 20%. That's pretty good. Okay, so it looks cool. You can tell, you can see the bugs on the enemy, and you can see the orb around him. That's pretty good. Pretty good range on this too, actually, where Grux is standing. I mean, I would assume this is about as far as you can go with it, but that looks pretty good. So cool. So heal and give resistances to your team, debuff the enemies, damage them, and reduce their resistances for 3 seconds. Beguile is secondary. Mourn channels energy into his fists, expanding up to 800 units. Pretty good. Over the duration for 1.5 seconds. Gaining 25% damage reduction, and you slow yourself by 30%. Okay, so you got to be close enough when you start, otherwise they'll get out of your range. At the end of the duration or upon reactivating, enemies within take magic damage and are mesmerized. So that's a new, like, kind of keyword for our predecessor. So let's see. Okay, this one has no audio on it. I don't know why, but so you can see it's a pretty cool indicator here, like kind of how the light grows there. So mesmerized then is just like a taunt. It looks like, and I would assume that anyone within the circle is going to be taunted, and they'll have to walk toward Mourn. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Abduct. Channel for up to 3 seconds, slowing yourself by 25%, and wind up your vines, increasing the range over 1 second. So at least 1 second to get to max range. After 3 seconds, the ability would be canceled and go on a 50%. Okay, so if you don't use it, you lose it. Confirm to unleash a torrent of vines that collide with the first enemy hit, dealing damage. And they're partially pulled toward Mourn, slowed by 90% for a second. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty significant. It says partially pulled, but Grux is literally like right in front of Mourn. So that's a pretty significant pull. I mean, it's like Richter pull, basically, but it's channeled instead of instant. And I would assume if you just tapped the button, you won't get that range. Like, he probably wouldn't be able to hit Grux if he did it with just a tap there. Eclipse, his ultimate. Mourn absorbs light from the map for 4 seconds, causing all enemy heroes to have massively reduced vision for the duration, and he gains 40, 60, 80% bonus move speed. That's significant. No audio on this one either. Okay, so it kind of has the bug appearance that looks like it's on him from his first ability is on your enemies, and you can see a little shimmer on the ground over here, and here. I would assume that that's the, because it says they have massively reduced vision, so I would assume that that's the the range of vision that Grux has, which is very limited. It'd be cool to see what that looks like soon. We have some skins, so he's going to release with an uncommon just to recolor out the gate. These Dynasty skins are looking amazing, so that gun is awesome. That's really, really cool. So we have Murdoch and Grux getting epics. Very cool to him. Sparrow getting a rare. Pretty cool. Quang getting common, just kind of like a recolor, basically. Some bundles you guys can take a look at. They're adding account linking, which is really exciting for all of the people like me who have spent some time playing on Xbox and playing on PC. Now you can link your accounts and have just one progress across those accounts. So that's really exciting. Level up rewards. This is not a new piece of information. We knew this was coming, but they've been able to retroactively give rewards to everybody who was already over level 20. Now you're going to get those rewards. Draft improvements. Okay, yep, here comes all these swaps. So this was something that they alluded to in the previous dev blog. So people have been really looking forward to this. You can either swap your hero after you have picked with someone who has also already picked. You can swap your place in the queue or in the pick order, and you can swap roles with people, which is important in Predecessor because different than other MOBAs. Your starting item is linked to the role that you got. So if you got slotted into jungle, then you're going to start with hunt, and now you have to play jungle because even if you picked someone else like a carry, the person who's going to now pick a jungle hero isn't going to have hunt. But now you can swap your role, so you can actually ask people, can you switch with me? And you're able to do that. So you can swap role, you can swap hero, you can swap position. That's pretty good. They're going to trial out ranked for 24/7 for 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. This is not coming with a ranked reset, which is an interesting choice. What is happening? I have no idea what that was. They're going to trial out ranked for 2 weeks, 24/7 for 2 weeks. This does not come with a ranked reset, which is an interesting choice by them, but it'll still be cool to see ranked running around the clock. I think that's a great change. Hopefully they can do that soon. Tower fortifications. This is a good change, I think. We're going to see a little bit less snowballing in the first 15 minutes, but this is the same concept in other games. Like League of Legends has this type of mechanic existing where essentially outer towers have they're kind of health bars in quarters. So 25%, 25%, 25%. League actually does 20%, but they're doing 25%. And essentially, it just makes towers more tanky. Right now, towers are fortified to 8 minutes with resistances, or enhanced resistances. But now this is going to extend out to 15 minutes, and they're going to be significantly harder to take down. But the benefit is that for every plate, every 25% of that tower that you do take down, you're going to get some gold. So you're going to get, let's see, each gold pickup grants 55 gold, 110 gold per plate, because it's going to drop 2 pieces or 2 pickups on the ground. And so you could get 110 per plate. You take all 4 plates, that's 440 gold that you're going to get. Plus the tower will drop more gold when the tower itself goes down. So you're going to end up richer, but it might take you longer to accomplish this. When you do take down a plate, though, there's going to be a period of time, I believe it's 10 seconds, where there's going to be a significant resistances barrier on that tower, so kind of dissuading you from sieging and taking multiple plates off that tower at one point. And you can see here, depending on the number of heroes that are around the tower, when you take down the plate, these are the resistances and the bonus armor that they're going to get. So the more people that are there trying to siege it, the more resistances the tower will have for 10 seconds after you take a plate. So let's see, fortified outer towers have generically increased armors based on the amount of plated segments remaining. So this is how much tower or armor they will have as you take plates. And then they've also added all towers. They no longer just grant local gold to everyone who is around. They're going to drop pickups. This is for all towers on destruction or the final plate kill. And then you can pick them up, and then they will grant the same amount as the local gold as normal, and share it among nearby allies. So it's just that it's not automatically going to go into your pocket. Someone's going to have to go pick up that drop in order to get that gold. So we have some new items coming in the game here. Let's see. Well, first of all, they're adding ultimate haste, so it's just separate haste criteria than just general ability haste right now, and they have an explanation. So if you have 10 ability haste, 15 ultimate haste, your ultimate has 25 haste effectively, and your other abilities have only 10 haste. So cool, good thing that they're adding it. Some heroes are really gonna like that. They're adding this is just the new health potion. You can pay $350 to enhance your health potion. Makes it refillable, which it already is, but it upgrades it to do health and mana, and still has 2 charges. So that's good. A little bit more health than currently. So Lucky Feather, this is going to give you more gold when you kill minions and monsters. A little bit of Omnivamp, but you will lose it if you die, and you lose. It sells it off for. It sells for 300, so you'll lose 400 if you sell it. So I don't know. I mean, this might go for people who already farm well, maybe who can farm safely. I'm thinking like Iggy with his turrets. He might really do well with this because he's able to farm well without much effort and from a safe position. So that's good, kind of a good move for him. Razor Claw, attack speed, lifesteal, cool. Redwood Shortbow, attack speed, ability haste, cool. Rejuvenation, robe. Magical armor, base health regen. Okay. Psy, attack speed, physical pin. Okay. Let's see. So we got tier 3 items now for carry. They're bringing back Viper. Let's see. Physical power, attack speed, physical pin. The Crowed passive on damaging an enemy hero, reduce their physical armor by 4% for 3 seconds. You can stack it up to 6 times. If you get to 6 stacks, they're going to become eroded, and if they are eroded, they receive 8% increase on hit and ability from you. So it's not going to benefit the whole team, but they will take more damage from you. So heroes, it's for carry. So I'm thinking heroes like Twin Blast, Skylar, they probably benefit from this. Spear of Desolation, we're moving on to assassin items. So these were kind of featured a little bit in the dev blog, but Spear of Desolation is going to give you physical power, physical penetration, ability haste, and upon using your ultimate, gains 7% increased damage for 6 seconds. So heroes who their ultimate is more of like a buffed state, thinking like Sereth, this might be beneficial on Kalari. They're going to like this because essentially you're just going to do more for 6 seconds. So, and they're going to get 15 ultimate haste, so you can do more often. Psionic Echo. Oh, I hate the way they spelled psionic. I'm used to like the D&D spelling. Psion. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Physical power, physical pin, ability haste, some lifesteal on there as well. Upon casting an ability, your next 2 basic attacks within 3 seconds gain 45% bonus attack speed. So melee heroes reset their basic attack cooldown when activating duplicity. Okay, so this is going to be like a true auto attack reset. So you're going to see faster abilities come out, and you're going to see faster auto attacking because it's going to true cancel. Because as it shortens that auto attack cooldown, so that's the time between auto attacks is shorter. So you'll see more autos, more abilities come out. Rapture, ability haste, attack speed, health. Okay. It's going to do bonus attack or bonus health, bonus physical power, damage on hit. Okay. Pretty good. Grux, Zaris benefit from that. Tyranny, physical power, health, ability haste. Upon casting your ultimate, gain 30% decaying move speed for 4 seconds, 20 ability haste for 8 seconds. Takedowns within this time, re-trigger it. Okay. So that's pretty good. So if you can kill someone when it's active and you've got 4 seconds, hold on. Move speed for 4 seconds, ability haste for 8 seconds. But it says takedowns within this time. So I'm not sure which time they're referring to because we're seeing a 4-second timer and an 8-second timer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Or maybe it has its own clock running, or maybe I'm just not understanding what I'm reading. But it's kind of like if you can keep stringing kills, you'll keep benefiting from this. So that's pretty cool. Support items, Quantum Core, we got some health, mana, ability haste. Replace your blink with teleblink. So this is, you can't use it when you're in combat, but you have a shorter cooldown. So that's pretty good. And some ultimate haste. That's good. Catalytic drive. This is, let's see, your next basic attack on hit against an enemy minion will cause them to explode, healing you for 30. So it's going to heal and it's going to do some AoE damage there and grant you additional gold. Once you've executed 25 minions this way, you can upgrade Catalytic Drive to Cybernetic Drive. which is still just magical armor. Unfortunate if you're into a pretty heavy physical matchup. But you get the ability haste. I guess they're not changing the stat line at all. Okay, but you do get, let's see, your next basic attack on hit against an enemy minion will cause, so you still have the explosion, so you're still going to heal from that a little bit, but you're going to gain 15% increased physical armor and increased magical armor. That's huge. This is a great item. Let's see, they took Bonesaw out. Rip. Gameplay balance changes. New item. Okay. Ultimate haste stat added. Yep. Minion experience range down. That's really helpful. I feel like it was really big right now. We talked about the fortified towers. Okay. Jungle. Fangtooth's getting a little bit more health, a little bit more damage. Primal is going to do more health damage. Mini Prime going to have more health per level. All right, let's get into the hero changes. So we have Argus. They're decreasing the damage from this particle shredder, but they're decreasing the damage or the mana cost. So you're able to use it more, but you're going to have to hit more of them to do the same amount of damage. So it's kind of like a 6 in one, half a dozen in the other there. Feng Mao, attack speed going up. That's good. He definitely likes to have attack speed. Let's see. Damage increased early, decreased late. So an early buff, but a late nerf. Slow is increased by 5%, but his cooldown 2-second increase at level 1. That's really, honestly, that's pretty significant for him early game. That's his roughest time. It's most people's roughest time, but that's going to be big on him. Gideon damage decreased on his Cosmic Rift. Let's see, by 10 at all ranks. Void Breach damage decreased by 5 at all ranks. That's okay. That's not horrible. He'll still be all right. Iggy turret health, magical power scaling decreased from 25 to 20%. Okay, wait. Turret health, magical power scaling. Is this saying that his turrets have less health? Yes. That's good. I think they're probably still going to be annoying as hell, but that's really good. Quang, wow, this is a big one. Let's see what they say in a nutshell. Receiving round of changes aimed at opening up his ability to jungle, so they want to push him back out of solo lane. Passive now granting him cooldown refunds versus monsters. Oh, that's huge. Additionally, his passive has been returned with less cooldown refund per individual strike. Are they going back to like how he was when he came out? In exchange for lower cooldowns across his base kit. Haste reliant he is, opening up additional paths. Let's see. Physical power is just flat out coming down. His passive, what are they talking about? Yeah, so they're taking it back to where it was when he came out. Damage increase from 12 plus 5 per level. So his damage is going down. Cooldown reduction on basic attacks is going down, but it does happen on minions or on monsters now. His primary damage is coming down. Mana cost is going down. Cooldown decreased. Okay. Secondary cooldown decreased. Light of the Heavens, damage down. Damage scaling increased. True damage decreased. Shield bonus, health scaling decreased. Cooldown decreased. His ultimate has damage decreased. Overall, I think this is a bit of a nerf for him. Essentially, what they're doing is they're taking some cooldown out of his passive and giving it to his abilities individually. They say they want to do that, make him less haste reliant, but I don't know. I think Lane Quang is really going to suffer with this. We're going to see him less for sure. Murdoch, move speed decreased on his hot pursuit and increased to his ult. That's okay. He'll have to be places now. Kira, Mercy, total physical power scaling decreased from 80 scaling to 90 to just 80. Okay, that's kind of a big hit for her throughout the game. Phase now shows cooldown reduction on level up and the ability. Okay, that's just like a bug fix for her. Seraph, cooldown refunded, decreased from. Okay, so they turned it down again for her passive. She was 75 when she released. Now then brought her down to 70. Now they're bringing it to 65%. This is actually really big for her because the cooldown refund is huge for her because there's times where she's fighting that she's waiting on like one cooldown to stay in it and stay alive. This is going to be big for her. Sev, what are they doing to my boy? Health regen increase from 1.7 to 2. Okay. Cleave increase from 20 to 25. Okay. Damage increase. So just a flat out trying to bring him back up a little bit. This is just a buff. We'll see how much he's helped out. But let's see what they did to Skylar because she's kind of dominating competitive and a lot of higher elo ranked right now. So in general, her mana decreased from 350 to 335. Damage decrease from thrust. But okay, her flight move speed down by 5%. So that's good because she'd be yeeting through the map right now. Let's turn this music back on. But definitely not that, though. I don't know what that is. Her ultimate damage is decreased, bonus physical power scaling decreased, magical power scaling decreased. So they're just turning it all the way down a little bit here. Missing health damage decreased. Nerfed her ultimate, nerfed her move speed, nerfed her damage, which is fine. Okay. Sparrow slow increase from 28 to 40 to 33 to 45. That's huge. That increases her ability to run you down even more. So if you're a carry and you're playing... You turn this down. Let's see. Sparrow slow increase from 28 to 40 to 33 to 45. So they're really increasing it. That's a pretty significant increase. It's 5% on all levels. So if she's just going to run you down even more now. Max this ability first in lane, you're going to get kills out the wazoo. Wraith, let's see, his snipe damage is going down early, but up late. That's interesting. Bonus physical power scaling is coming down. Projectile speed increase. That's nice. Now benefits from lifesteal. Mana cost decrease from 60 to 50. Mana refund decrease to 60. This is interesting. I don't really know. Okay. I just feel like you're not going to ever really build like that way with him. I guess maybe now you will, but that feels weird. Yeah, and tell me that they brought her down. Health growth decreased from 120. It's not very much at all. Ring Storm, her passive, attack speed decrease. This is per stack, remember? So that's not very much. Lash Kick is just quality of life. Wind Burn, max health damage decreased from 3 to 5 to 2, 5 to 4, 5. So they only brought it down by 0.5% per level, and they increased the cooldown by a second per rank. This is not enough. Quelling Gale, slow decrease from 25 to 20. Cooldown is up 5 seconds at second level and 10 seconds late at third level. That's not enough. She's still going to do a lot. Zink's move speed is like almost halved. That's great. Let's take a look at items. So we have Liberator. Let's see. The cooldown up to 165. Witch Stalker. Purifying Strike. Cooldown increase from 135 to 150. Okay. So basically, other cleanses. Brutalis is still 135. Witch Stalker is now 150. And Liberator is 165. Okay. Stasis up to 150. That's probably for the best. That's a really powerful item. Tier 2s. And there's not anything new. We're just going to move on. Let's see. Ashbringer. Let's see. Your basic attacks decrease your current basic ability. Cooldowns by 12%. Reduce. Okay, so you can hit non-heroes now. So you can get some cooldown reduction for hitting other stuff. Okay. We'll see. Demolisher. New passive. Trauma. Your basic attacks and critical strikes additionally ignore 30% of bonus physical armor. Okay, so this is just a physical armor shred. So this will be your go-to then for that. Nuclear rounds. Let's see. Havoc ability damage based on 20 to 100% critical strike chance increase from 3 to 15 to 4 to 20. Okay. It's a good change for crit, honestly. That's pretty good. A Nyxian Quiver. Let's see. Melee heroes gain 5% additional critical chance for every 20% critical chance they have. So you can get to 100% crit off 4 items now. They gain 1% damage mitigation for every 10% health they're missing. Okay. I don't really know very many melee heroes that are really going for 100% crit, though. I don't know. We'll see who can make that work. I don't know. Plasma Blade. Let's see. Cut our chance per stack. Okay. Okay. Is what it is. Res. They just changed the recipe. Spectra. Radiant Strike on hit damage decreased. Okay. That's all right. That's a good item, so that's okay. Solaris. Let's see. Solar Blade damage scaling change from 100% critical strike chance to 15 bonus physical power. Okay. Solar Blade's damage can now critically strike. Good. Solar Blade now heals you for 50% damage. Okay. All right. So good changes to power. I mean, honestly, it's a good item, but heals and can crit now. Deals damage now. Okay. Carriers will like that. Deathstalker. Let's see. Virulent strikes. Physical pin increase from 2 to 3. Max stacks increase from 5 to 4. So more per stack, but you can get less stacks. Okay. Echelon Cloak. Shadow activation time decrease from 2.5 to 2. Okay. Omen. This is just, I don't know how to use this. Bestial momentum cooldown, refund increase from 25 to 30. Okay. Basilisk. Imminence. Gain 5% move speed for 2 seconds when damaging eroded targets. That's just like a little extra in the thing here. Bone Saw's been taken out of the game. RIP. Earth Shaker. Battleborn max stacks. Decrease from 15 to 12. Okay, so a little bit less staying power there. Gaia Greaves. Tremor movement speed stacks gain rate. What? That Tremor movement speed stacks gain rate decreased by 20%. Okay, so a little slower. Mist Meadow. They just gave it some health. Nice. Tainted Blade. A little bit of a power nerf. Okay. Mega Cost and Magic Power down 5. That's not going to be much of a hit. That item's still really good. Tainted Scepter. Malice. Magical Power scaling decrease from 1.5 to 1. That's not very much. Item's still really good. Galaxy Greaves. They've made it cost more. Less mana. Less movement speed. Less jump. Okay. They just full nerfed it. Elefrost no longer grants mana restore on use. Okay, it still has haste though. They didn't take that away. Fist of Razul, minion crusher bonus minion damage decreased from 40 to 35%. Okay. Okay. Well, so that's that, folks. All in all, I think they brought some good changes to the game. We've got Mourn coming. We got some solid item changes, some solid hero changes. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Who are you thinking is going to be topping the tier lists? Who do you think is going to be the absolute must ban? What items do you think are going to, come out ahead? What items are going to fall to the wayside with all the changes that they've been doing? And if you're excited to play Mourn, let me know what you think about this patch in the comments. And we'll see you guys next time.